Shayla here with Old Pecan Homestead, and today I'm going to be making some apple cider vinegar and some honey garlic. Stay tuned while we get started. Okay, so I got everything laid out here. I didn't want to bore you cutting up apples or peeling the garlic, so we'll start by making the apple cider vinegar. I do not have any large jars, so I'm going to be using several of these quart size and smaller jars. And all you got to do is get your apples cut up. I've watched a lot of videos on these and read up a lot on it. Really, you should use organic apples, but that was not available around here. I tried to find some local apples, and they were all imported from other states, so I just went and bought some store-bought apples, and then I washed them off really good. So that's what we're going to be using today. And it doesn't matter. It does not matter what kind of apples you use. I got a mix. I got some Red Delicious apples on sale, as well as some Gala apples on sale. So we're just going to fill this thing up. You can use the stems, the seeds, the core, the peels, everything. Just chop them up. It's real quick and easy. And you're just going to fill up your jars. Okay. Actually, I still have more apples, so let's do a little bit more. I have been saving, I used to throw away all my jars, and lately I've been saving everything. So I got some pickle jars here, and I figured they'd be good for something. Since we had that canning jar shortage, or the ball lids shortage, and that was a mess. I think they're all back in stock in most places now, but just decided I should probably just save everything. I can at least put flowers and herbs and powdered goods in there. Alright. I still have apples left over in the bowl, so I'll try to find some more jars here in a minute, but this is what we're going to work with. So I don't need that yet. So now we're going to be adding some sugar and water. You got to use cane sugar. Don't be using regular old white sugar. From my research, cane sugar is best. The other one is supposed to be beet sugar, and not the same stuff. So the recipe is 1 tablespoon of sugar per cup of water. Since these are all different size jars, I'm just going to pour my water into this measuring cup right here. Make sure you're using filtered water, not chlorinated water. That could hinder your process. So that was 1.5 cups. So we'll do 1.5 tablespoons of cane sugar in this one. And then we'll see how far. Should be about the same. That was about 1.5 ounces. Been trying to find some big old gallon jars to do this with, and I am having a hard time. I think everyone else has got the same idea. Then again, I don't buy anything. I buy things brand new, but I try to buy everything secondhand just based on the principle that I know that I can. I'm kind of stubborn like that. Alright. So next we're going to stir this up really good. I probably don't have a whole lot of room in my jars to do this, but we're going to mix it up really good. And then every day, that's just a little bit over. So every day for 2 weeks, we're going to get these jars out and we're going to uncover them and we're going to stir them every single day. And then we're going to let them sit for about 6 weeks. Maybe a little longer. You can let them sit as little as 3 weeks, but to get a more potent apple cider vinegar like at the stores, which is what I like. I drink apple cider vinegar every day. The Bragg's is delicious, and I drink it with water and sometimes a little honey in there every day. And to get a more acidic vinegar, you want to let this sit longer. So once this is done, we'll do another video on that, but once this is done, you're going to strain out all the apples and the seeds and everything, and then we'll put that into another jar. We'll add a little bit of vinegar to get it kicking up, get it going, and then we'll let that sit for another 3 to 6 months. The longer you let it sit, the better quality it's going to be. I think I'm going to use the backhand end of this because my jars are too small. I'm really excited to make this. I did not realize it was so easy, and I drink apple cider vinegar every day. I really wish that I had a bigger jar because I would like to, because this takes so long to make, several weeks to make, then, you know, I want to make as much as possible in batches. So as soon as I find a larger jar, I will do a much larger batch. But it's really easy. I highly recommend trying it out. It's extremely healthy for you. It helps with digestion. You can use it on anything. You can use it on your hair. You can use it as a foot soak. You can use it on your skin. Apple cider is just great for everything, and it's been around for many, many ages. It's tried and true, so highly recommend. If not making it, at least having some on hand if you didn't know the health benefits of apple cider vinegar. I highly encourage you to look that up and at least go get the Bragg's apple cider vinegar. Now when we strain this out, it's going to end up being a little cloudy, and that is called the mother. That's just a good bacteria sediment, and you can clean that out, but strain it out with a fine strainer like a coffee filter. But I am going to leave it because I actually like the mother. We're going to make sure we get all these real good, and I'll bring you back in just a second. Okay, now that we got all that stirred up really good, we're going to be putting a cloth over it. You don't want to use cheesecloth because you don't want fruit flies getting in. Now in the winter, we don't have to worry that, or the fall, cooler weather, the winter coming up, we don't have to worry about that as much. But make sure you just use something like an old t-shirt. Something fine without small holes that the fruit flies can get in. We're just going to put a rubber band over these. And then you're going to store this in your pantry or somewhere kind of dark and cool. Somewhere that you can see it though every day, because you're going to have to take the tops off this and make sure you stir it up every day for 2 weeks. And then after that you can let it sit for however long you wish. Okay, I think I'm shy a hairband. That is okay. I'll grab another one in a minute. Okay, that's it. Pretty easy to do. I really highly recommend looking up the benefits of apple cider vinegar and at least trying this. It's pretty easy. There's very few ingredients that you need, and it's really good for you. Okay, now on to the honey garlic. This is really great for cold and flu season. It's going to help build up your immunity, and it's going to help take care of those icky colds that you have coming on and stuff like that. And garlic just has amazing benefits all across the board. I mean, it's great for so many things. So I've got this whole jar full of garlic cloves. I don't even know how many heads of garlic this was that I got, but probably at least 5 or I think it was 6 heads. I got them all up and peeled them. That's not fun. Takes forever, but this is gonna be worth it. So I've actually got 2 jars here. This one maybe, I'll see if I can make 2 of these here out of this. Our bees, we're not able, if you watched our recent video, we're not able to harvest honey, so I had to go get some local honey, which is fine because I like to support local anyway. But this is pure raw honey. We're just going to open this up. We are going to pour this in here and cover all the cloves up. Alright, and we'll do this jar. The boys are running in here bringing eggs in from the coop. Our chickens have been molting and they haven't been laying eggs. They had found eggs from one of our hens that keeps getting out. They found her little clutch. And now our other hens are starting to lay, and they love getting the eggs out of the coop. Alright, so I'm not going to waste the rest of this. We'll let it sit and dump the rest out. Let the boys use it up. And now I have another jar. Alright, so I forgot to bring another lid over here, but this is really easy to do. All you're going to do is get your lid, put it right on top, get it tight. You want this to be half to 3/4 of the way full, and make sure all your garlic is covered with the honey, because once this starts to ferment, it's going to start releasing gases. So what you're going to do is go ahead and tighten that lid up and dump it upside down. Let all the garlic get covered in the honey. Once that's done, you're going to flip it back over, and you're going to just put it away in a dark, cool, dark area like your pantry, and just leave it there. The minimum that you want to leave it there is 3 months. 6 months is going to be best. From what I've read and looked up, the research I've done is that this is going to get very runny, and it'll get really, really dark, and that's perfectly normal. And the cloves can even turn a greenish color, which is just part of the fermenting process. So every day for about a week or two, you're gonna go ahead and dump this over like this and just make sure the honey gets all coated up. But after you do that, each day you're gonna wanna just loosen this lid up, make sure it's not tight because it is gonna be releasing gases. So I'm gonna grab another lid for this one and we'll go put that away in the pantry and let that sit. And if I forget, which I probably won't, but you guys gotta remind me, I'm gonna try to let this sit for some time. I wanna go at least 4 months. So probably October, let's see, February, we'll pull this out and do another video on how it turned out. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time. We appreciate it. If you haven't, go ahead and like this video and don't forget to subscribe for more. I've got a ton of apples left over, so we're gonna be making some apple butter.